A very good morning, students. I hope you all are doing good. So today we will going to study this new chapter, and only one part will be remaining, that is chapter number 8 for UT syllabus. This is chapter number 7, frequency diagrams, covering histogram, polygon and OGIVE diagrams. So let's begin with our chapter. Now, as you can see in this picture, there are types of graphs given. One is time series graphs, that is in chapter number 8, and this is frequency graphs or the frequency diagrams. The first is definition of histogram. It is a graphic representation of continuous frequency distributions, meaning 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Now, how do we have to represent the frequency distributions? By making these rectangles having width that represents the class intervals, as well as representing the frequencies also. Now, how will I make you understand about histogram is by giving you an example of a histogram with equal class interval. Now you can see that there is a difference in each of the class interval is of 5. 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and so on. So how we can make it? We are plot the class interval on the x-axis and the frequencies on the y-axis and just draw it. Now the histogram of unequal class interval. Now what happened in this? That the class interval is not equal sometimes there is gap of 4, sometimes 8, sometimes more than that, and it goes on. So I will show you one example so that you can understand better. Like in this first class interval having the difference of 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16, 16 to 20, then 20 to 28, a difference of 8, then 28 to 40, difference of 12. So that's how you can solve it, by dividing it and having the frequency. So this is the way that we can plot the unequal class interval by making it equal, and the frequencies also. If you were not able to understand, please tell me about it. I will take the class or make you understand about this. Okay, or otherwise you can ask me in the live session also. Now this is a frequency polygon. That means a graph of a frequency distribution with values of the variable on the x-axis and the number of observations on the y-axis, having intervals and are connected with a straight line. I know this is a little bit difficult to understand, but as we can see and you are able to understand, this is of two types, with and without histogram. Now this is with histogram. You can see the histogram has already been made, and we just join the points by the straight lines, different lines, by joining it from the 0 to the last. The number of men were plotted on the y, and the weight is plotted on the x-axis. Okay, like 100, starting from 102 and so on. Now frequency curve. It is the smooth form of frequency polygon. A frequency curve is obtained by joining the points of a frequency polygon through freehand. That means it does not contain any histogram. It is free. To make you understand this, I have given you this question where marks were given 10, 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and so on, and number of students. Now we have to find the mid values, like 10 divided by 20 upon 2, and same goes on, divided by 2, and the mid value will come, and number of students is already there. Now how we can draw a histogram based on mid values is very simple. When we are having the frequencies also, we are having the class interval also, and we calculated the mid value also. So let's plot it. 0 to 5, and on the x-axis it is your mid value, and on the y-axis this is your number of students. So this is very easy. You can plot the frequencies according to the question. Now OGIVE or OGIVE people pronounce it in different ways. It is a curve which is constructed by plotting the cumulative frequencies in the form of smooth curve. From such curves, we can come to know about which is an less than or which is an more than. Now this is a less than OGIVE method. We start from the upper limits of the classes and goes on by adding the frequencies. When these frequencies are plotted, we get a rising curve and it results in less than OGIVE. As you can see, marks were given, number of students were given, and what we are making cumulative frequency. That means just by adding it, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, then 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, and so on. This is just very simple method, and this is the method how we can plot it on less than OGIVE graph. Marks were given on the x-axis and number of students were given on the y-axis, and the plotting is done by the frequencies, the cumulative frequencies that you have obtained by adding the given frequencies already. Now this is more than OGIVE. This is also similar but in a little different manner. How? In this method, we start with the lower limits of the classes and add frequencies from the bottom. When the frequencies are plotted, we get a declining curve, and this is known as more than OGIVE. As you can see, number of students were given, but we start from the other side. And this is the method to make a more than OGIVE graph. X-axis contains the marks and y-axis contains the number of students, and the cumulative frequency contains these connected points. Now about this slide or the picture you are able to see, these are the curves of economics. I will take a live session of this class to make you understand about normal, negatively skewed, positively skewed, bimodal, J model, and so on. Okay, thank you everyone. I hope